Kiala, Givehand.
And Damon.
And we are here to do something a little different than you've seen on my channel for sure. And that is talk about healthy lifestyle, healthy living. It is July 1st, 2015, and we are going to embark on a 30-day green smoothie challenge with the ladies from Simple Green Smoothies. Not because we need to drink green smoothies, because we actually have been drinking green smoothies since...
For 8 years,
for
since
8
what,
years.
2007?
8 years, since 2007. Sort of on the heels of me having some health stuff, and then it caused us to like change our way of living, change our lifestyle. And so green smoothies became a part of just who we are, how we eat, how we live, and how we function in the world, I guess. So
we train through the pain.
But after drinking green smoothies for 8 years, and when I say pretty much almost every single day for 8 years, you kind of run out of recipes. It kind of starts to get redundant and a little bit boring. So we thought we'd do this challenge to give us some new recipes to kind of get us outside of our, usual kale, apple, banana, strawberries. Like we kind of have this rhythm of doing the same ones.
Yeah, so thank you, Simple Green Smoothies.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, so we're excited to dive into some new ingredients and combinations of things to just help us have more of a repertoire. So if you want to join in the challenge, you got to go download their stuff, because we're not going to actually share with you like their ingredients and their recipes, because that's their thing and we want to support them. And so we want you to go and download their stuff. So we'll put the link below for you to join the challenge. And it doesn't even matter if today is July 15th when you're watching this. Go, download it, sign up, and get started. Whatever 30 days you do is fine.
For sure.
Yeah. So the other reason we're doing this is we have a lot of friends and family who will come and visit us, stay at our house. They'll be with us for 3 days, 4 days, sometimes longer. And they drink green smoothies with us when they're here. And at first they're like, I don't know, I'm not sure about that. Then they taste it and they feel different after a couple days. And then they're like, oh, okay, this isn't so bad. But then they go home and they don't have the equipment, or they don't have the
recipes.
Yeah, the recipes, or the energy or the time, or they haven't figured out how to incorporate it into their everyday life. So they stop drinking them until they come back to our house again, right? So we're also doing this to encourage some of our friends and family to get on board. 30 days, even if you don't have the equipment and stuff we're going to show you. We're going to talk about some alternatives you can get to just get you started. Because sometimes that's the biggest thing, is just like taking the first step. I'm going to be honest, the first time I had thought of a green smoothie, I was like, are you kidding me? And he drinks savory smoothies. That's like a whole other level. I'm not even there. I'm not drinking a savory smoothie. And we'll talk about that later towards the end of the challenge. We'll talk a little more about some savory smoothies and maybe even share a couple of his recipes for savory smoothies.
Our recipes. It's a human thing.
Right. So, anything you want to say about?
I think you covered darn near everything.
Yeah.
We had some stuff that I was going to say, but
He'll say it. So, okay.
I'll say it next time.
Here's the other thing. We are going to record our 30-day journey. We're going to do short vlogs. They're going to be impromptu, just like this. They're going to be super informal and like ridiculously casual. And we'll try to just share some tips and tricks and things that we have learned after 8 years of drinking green smoothies. And then we'll just share just our sort of personal experience and how we use this to... It's not about dieting, and that's the other reason why we're on board with the Simple Green Smoothies, because their philosophy is this is not a diet, this is a lifestyle, and we agree with that 150%.
Sure.
And so we hope to share some things that will help you make it a lifestyle and get train your mind to think of it as just a way of living. It just becomes habit after a while. Like if I go 2 days without a green smoothie, like if we're traveling, I kind of get out of sync, and I'm like, wait, what's going on? And then I realize it's because I haven't had a green smoothie. So I'm always looking for juice bars and places that I can go buy green smoothies when we're traveling. Sometimes when we're on the road and we're driving road trips, we take the vita-mix with us. It has its own little case, rolling case that we put it in, and we just take it with us and we blend right in our hotel room. So that's a whole other thing, and maybe in this 30 days we might be on the road. We'll see. So. Alright, so we're going to share a couple things with you. Again, we're going to put the link so you can get the recipes. Today's day 1. And a couple things we want to share. So you want to talk about the Vitamix?
Well, yeah, we have this Vitamix blender. It holds 64 ounces. This is the one we have. It's the 5200 version. Some folks say that it doesn't matter what kind of blender you use. I kind of think it does. You know, you get what you pay for. But there are some high-end blenders out there. But one of the key things you want to make sure is that you have a high-end blender, because it has a strong enough engine in it that it really pulverizes the vegetables and the fruits to make it liquidy, right? It still has the pulp and it still has the whole food in it, but it really gives it a creamy, smooth consistency, so you're drinking it.
Yeah.
It's essentially pre-digested, so it does matter what you get. But if you don't have that to start off with, we encourage you to use what you have. And remember, it's a 30-day challenge, and it's called Challenge for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's all about establishing those new habits. But if you come to the community that Simple Green Smoothies has created, then you have somebody to, kind of mooch off their energy and keep you inspired, and they keep you fresh with, new ideas.
Okay, so the Vitamix is essential. But again, like Damon said, whatever blender you have, use what you have. The other thing that I think is pretty essential, and you don't have to do this, but I like glass jars, glass containers for my smoothie. Plastic kind of starts seeping in after a while, and you can taste it. So I like glass jars. And so what we do is we have the ones we drink out of, so we pour directly into those, and then we have this really big, what is this?
It's more than 32 ounces.
That's 32 ounces. That's the Big Daddy. That's what he drinks out of. And then this is the one that we store the extra smoothie in for later that day or the next day, because we usually do make enough smoothie to fill up this blender. But this challenge, I don't know that we're going to be filling up the blender, so we'll see what that looks like, because we're going to follow their recipes pretty much to the letter, see what we get. There are some things we're going to do differently. I have an aversion to pineapple. So for instance, we're not going to use pineapple. We're going to use peaches, because peaches are local to where we live, Georgia. And so wherever you are, pick something local, like whatever the thing is, the fruit, the vegetable that grows in your area, and feel free to substitute things in and out.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. So the other thing that's really cool is these plastic lids for the smoothie jars, right? So I like that one. And then there are these others you can buy that allow you to have a straw in the lid, right? So they fit right on, and then you put your straw in there. They even actually come with plastic straws. I'm not a fan of plastic straws, or I guess I should say
paper.
Hard plastic straws.
I thought they were paper.
No, they're plastic, yeah, but there are some paper straws out there. So anyway, those are the things that are kind of essential to what we do. The other thing we do, we sweeten our smoothies. When we add a sweetener, we use grade B maple syrup. You want to talk about that? You don't have to show it, just talk about it.
Sure, yeah. We use grade B maple syrup. We especially buy the Whole Foods brand, the 365 organic grade B. And the reason why we use the grade B organic version is because Stanley Burroughs in the Master Cleanse, he talked highly of the grade B maple syrup, and just been on board with that idea ever since. He said that the mineral content was a lot higher in grade B. The darker the maple syrup, the more dense the mineral value was. But some people say that it doesn't matter, they're identical. I don't know. I like Stanley Burroughs, I believe in his mission, and so we've been on board with that.
Yeah. So gray bean maple syrup is the other sort of staple for us. And then every now and then we'll add some spirulina powder or some chlorella powder if we have it on hand, just to boost the nutrient content in our smoothies.
I will say what we don't add is, we don't add protein powders and all that extra stuff.
No.
You know, we keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah, and simple, right? Which is why we're on board with the simple green smoothie. That idea of you don't need a bunch of stuff, just use what's at your grocery store that's like fresh, local, organic stuff. All right, so we're going to mix up today's smoothie, which their first smoothie is called Citrus Breeze. I love the name. I'm excited about that. And then we'll be back to taste it. We'll have the first taste here on camera and talk a little bit about that. And then we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, don't forget, visit the website.
Yeah, make sure.
Simple Green Smoothies.
Yeah. All right, so we'll see you back here in a sec. All right, beautiful people, we're back. Smoothie is made.
Ready.
And we're going to do our sample. We're going to do our taste test.
Got it?
Yep. All right, so a couple things. I like ice in mine. He's not a fan of ice in his. So I'm saying, we're telling you these little like nuances because we want you to know it's okay to own it. Make it your own. Don't feel like you have to do it a certain way.
Look at that consistency.
That is
I love
awesome. Yeah. Also, we're going to deviate from our usual glasses and just use some cute glasses because that's another way to like make this challenge fun is to switch it up. Put it in a wine glass. Put it in a, special fun glass. Drink it out of a mug. Whatever you like to do.
That was so good.
Do that. So I'm going to do that. Sit this back here. I also like drinking mine with a straw. He doesn't care if he has a straw or not. So basically, I'm pretty particular about my smoothie.
And I'm not.
I like it to be really cold, so I stir my ice around a lot. He doesn't.
Who has that kind of time?
See,
Look, I'm ready now. Let's go.
I spend a lot of time with my smoothie. So I'm waiting for my glass till you can almost see the chilling of the glass. Mostly I do this to annoy him. Okay, here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's downright good.
Yeah, this is
I like
delicious.
this is really good. So, we didn't put maple syrup in it because it has so much fruit. What do you think?
I don't think it needs any maple syrup.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't need any help.
So we're good with this. This recipe it's called Citrus Breeze for a reason. So there is citrus in it. Again, we substituted peaches for pineapple because pineapple makes me itchy. And so, yeah.
Delish to get that from Rachel,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So Jada and Jen, thank you so much for a
Thank
beautiful
you.
recipe. And for those watching, we'll see you back here tomorrow when we're going to be making cocoa cherry berry cooler. Sounds delicious. I can't wait. See you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye.